Good morning YouTubians, it's Kermit's Ghost. Today I'm going to give you a room tour. Now I'm going to start in the kitchen because I've got pictures going up the stairs that are signed. I think this is where I started the room tour last time, but yeah, we'll start in the kitchen. It's a miserable day outside, I'll show you. Things blowing in the wind, horrible. Look at my kitchen if you want. That's an original church pew me and my wife salvaged and stained all the wood. It was grey with glitter all over it, so we had to scrape it all back, take it right back down to natural wood, and then use wood oils. Got like a bench there, little piano stool, because you can get about maybe 8 people around that table. There's a double fridge behind the door. Get a magnet wherever we go. Cooker that I bought last year. Anyway, you've all seen a kitchen before, so nothing too exciting to show you there. Marnie, you alright, fella? Yeah, let's go and show him the room. Okay, here we go. I'm going to have to do a voiceover now because someone started a leaf blower right outside the front door. So we've got a walk-in pantry there. We've got a toilet there. There's a cupboard just there to the right. Opposite is my son's room, and there's the front door. Look, you can see the gardener outside with a leaf blower. That is so typical. Perfect. Okay, I'll shut my son's door, and then next to it we've got a illuminated manuscript page of the Book of Revelation. Very biblical, very sort of end of days sort of thing. Trumpets blowing, 4 horsemen of the apocalypse coming. Nice as you leave the door. I'm going to go up the stairs. Okay, so we've got some autographs up the stairs. A couple of Tom Cruise on this level. Quite difficult to make that one out because it's against his jacket. Not very clear, that one. Above that is Johnny Depp, and to the side is John Hurt. Great actor. I'm going to flip around, and there's David Prowse, Darth Vader. It's a nice one, and he actually visited Brighton, and I got his autograph then. Bruce Willis there on his motorbike from Pulp Fiction. Obviously Robin Williams in Youth of Denier Doubtfire's costume, and Charlton Heston, brilliant actor. And there's Keira Knightley, the beautiful Keira Knightley. And there's another 2 levels. I think I only got 1 there. You've got the Harry Potter trilogy, the main 3 characters there. That's all signed. That was done in New York. Lauren Bacall sadly passed away aged 89 on the 12th of August 2014 in New York. So Sean Connery there, picture taken whilst he was filming Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. This was the first photograph I had Tom Cruise sign in London, but again it's difficult to make out the signature. And above Tom is the legend himself, Mr. Clint Eastwood. There are more autographs on the next floor, but let's pop into the movie library. After all, that is why you are watching. And here we go. Okay, so I'm going to try and maneuver the door shut so it can shut behind me, and then I'll do a quick spin of the room, and then we'll start down in the corner behind the door. So you get the full effect of the room here. It's quite dark outside. I'm going to have to bring in some of my studio lights because it really is difficult, and if you film when it's dark, then it doesn't show up so much. It appears jittery, and well, there you go. See, like jitters a little bit there. So I'll go and bring some studio lights in, and you can see right above there, got the shelf above the door. So we'll start in the corner. So that is Darth Vader sat on top of that pedestal. The pedestal cost me £2, just needs sanding and varnishing. I'm going to turn on the mask now. So behind Darth, I've temporarily filled these shelves with the Eagle Moss Marvel figure collection, and there's Ultron there in 2 varying stages of creation. Then above that is the Doctor Strange shelf, I believe, yes. And then behind Darth himself is the early Captain America shelf. So right there is my gooseneck attachment for my GoPro, which I used to use that for filming the Actor Movie Collection videos, but now I use the tripod that was down by the pedestal just now. So more Marvel figures. You've got the Ant-Man and the Wasp collection there. No Dr. Pym though. Michael Douglas won't release his image apparently. Won't do that for any film. Up the top there are the Thor characters, and above the door is a random assortment. Now, onto the movie scratch posters. Here we go. So the first movie you're seeing there to the left is just a top 100 movie bucket list. And it's just popular films they say you must see before you die. Next to that is just popcorn movies. Now, I've not scratched all of them off, either because I need to see them or because it's just near on impossible to scratch them off without destroying the paper underneath. Got the horror movies there. I have seen a few more than those, just haven't got around to scratching them off. And last but not least is the cult movie scratch poster. Now, I look at this poster every single day thinking I need to carry on, but it is finding the time and the energy. Okay, so I'm going to take you down this main wall of films at the moment. Obviously, we can't check out every movie. Some receipts I've tucked in there. If I checked out every movie, we'd be here for hours. What's that? There's a J card there for the Hindenburg Steelbook. And next to that, we've got a promo for HMV. That is the King Kong. I think that came with the King Kong DVD, if I remember rightly. A quick look around. Anything of interest? Probably not, no. Over there I have a film out on loan. You can see that in the corner right there with the sticker on. There's Short Circuit 2. It's got Tim Blaney in there doing the voice of Johnny 5. He also did the voice of Frank the Pug in the Men in Black series. That's the Sinbad box set there from Indicator. And here my daughter's designed and printed me out a couple of separate covers for Sister Act 1 and 2. I believe they're doing a third one soon. Right, I'll go into the far right nook of the room. Definitely need some studio lighting in there. I picked a very gloomy day to film. So here's Police Story, the double film set. I'm sure I've heard that they're releasing a trilogy of that soon. What else we got? Oh, look, this Eureka set here of Mothra. That's a beautiful set. Film 1961. Great creature feature. Love a creature feature. See the odd slipcover there, like for Mr. Turner? I do like the odd slipcover. Planet of the Apes there, all in separate cases. Up on the top there, we got the... What have we got up here? The Mighty Ducks trilogy and Mighty Joe Young as well. And you got Milk there as well from Universal Studios 2008. Harvey Milk film, acted by Sean Penn. Great film. And there we got The Craze. I like this one. It's a British gangster film. Not as good as Legend, in my opinion, but still a worthy contender. And I've got a lot of these Disney Movie Club films scattered around in the collection. Looking at The Last Flight of Noah's Ark, 1980, Elliot Gould. Love the old Disney films that they used to put out. Fantastic. Just look and see what I can find on the shelves. This is a nice box set, Lethal Weapon, really well made box, nice embossed, all directed by Richard Donner of Superman fame. I believe Mel Gibson's going to direct another one, number 5, Lethal Finale or something like that. Just taking a closer look, and I want to point out actually I've got some figures hidden within the collection like this, and they're just literally hiding a plug socket behind, which I'm using. I've got extension leads running up through the back of the bookcase. And then right in here is the Ring collection. This is the limited edition one. It's like the dark set. That's a beautiful edition, and it comes with a book. Okay, so as I attempt to get up and move back, you'll see that the aisle that pokes out is really 2 bookcases back to back. I've built all these bookcases myself, and I've pinned them back to back, and you can see the poster's going to hide the seam. We'll start at the very top. So the top one, Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, is a brilliant poster. I love that. Very iconic scene, that one. Then you've got White Christmas underneath that. I've made the frames as well. Okay, they're not fantastic, but they serve a purpose. Then we got the 39 Steps underneath that. Another fantastic Hitchcock film. Underneath there, the original poster for Tron. Love that one. And then Charlie Chaplin, The Circus at the bottom. I'm quite happy the way these have turned out. But they are literally just to hide the seam where the 2 bookcases meet. So we're going to go out and into the center aisle now. Okay, so at the top of this bookcase we have the D's, the start of the D's, and we've got everything in there: Dodgeball, Dragnet, Dracula, and obviously the whole collection is advertised, which can be a bit of a pain when you put a new film in. You've got to move 5,000 films along. But I've tried all different combinations and organisations, and this one just works for me. There's Hammer Films down there. Take a closer look at those in just a second. Right there is the Fu Manchu set from Indicator. You've got the Face of Fu Manchu, Castle Fu Manchu, Bride of Fu Manchu, Vengeance of Fu Manchu, and the Blood of Fu Manchu. There's the Gamera sets. You've got the Showa era and the Heisei era, and I've got them facing out because they make a complete picture when you put them together. Now, I do like films from all eras, and here's one from 1915, the Golem. Directed by Paul Wegener and Heinrich Galen, and Paul Wegener actually stars as the Gollum in the film itself. What a brilliant film this is, the masterpiece from Ridley Scott, Gladiator. What we do in life echoes in eternity. That's for you, Paul. Now, wherever possible, I like to have my films in separate cases, and I had to get my daughter to make up 2 separate covers for the Ghostbusters films, and I am very grateful she did that for me. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to pan the camera down, and at the bottom or near the bottom are the Hammer box sets, and I've got volumes 3, 4, 5 and 6, so I need to locate number 1 and 2. So you can probably see underneath the Hammer films we've got the Harry Potter franchise, and over to the side there another silent film from 1924 from Austria is The Hounds of Orlac. That is from Eureka. And then underneath the Harry Potter franchise is the Hellraiser set. We've got the first 3 films in there. And over to the side we've got some Disney Movie Club exclusives. The Love Bug from 1968. Grew up watching these films as a kid. Herbie Rides Again, that's on 1974. And then next to that one, Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo from 1977. And then Herbie Goes Bananas from 1980. And then Herbie Fully Loaded from 2005. And then down in the far corner, there's another couple of Disney Movie Club exclusives. We've got Honey, I Shrunk the Kids from 1989 and Honey, I Blew Up the Kid, the sequel from 1992. Third one isn't available for some reason. And then over here, another one, the Bruce Willis film, The Kid. Now, these films should be made available to the main public, not just members of the Disney Movie Club. And there's another one there, Jungle to Jungle. So up on shelf 4 we have the Jaws franchise. Now I went to see Jaws in 3D the other day at the cinema. I thought it was a really good conversion. I'm wondering if they're going to bring that out. Who knows? Anyways, pulling out, we're going to have a look at the posters on this side. So at the top we have Frankenstein from 1931. Great film, that one. Nothing like the book, but great film. Then It's a Wonderful Life from 1946. Love that movie, absolutely brilliant. Invasion of the Saucer Men. I wanted something like a B-movie poster, and I thought that one fit the bill really well. Metropolis, great sci-fi film from its day, and then underneath, Spirited Away. I do like a bit of Studio Ghibli. So we're going to take a look in the first aisle now, and at the top of the bookcase opposite me right here is the Batman collection. So this is almost at the start of the B's, which would mean that this bookcase next to it is almost entirely filled with just the A's. And as I mentioned, they're all alphabetized. So you got the odd film next to each other. You got Alice in Wonderland next to the Alien franchise. This is a really good film from the 70s, The Amazing Mr. Blunden, but it does take up a lot of space on the shelf, but it's a beautiful set. Got the American Tail films over there. Anchorman 1 and 2. I wasn't the biggest fan of Anchorman 2, gotta be said. And then further down here, you'll see I've got another figure there, which is hiding a double plug socket. And there's 2 underneath as well. Moving across, you got down the bottom, we've got the Charlie Chaplin sets, as well as the Chaplin biopic with Robert Downey Jr. Now above that, we've got the Carry On films. Only 4 Carry On films have been made, which is a big shame because I'd like to have the whole set. And we've got the Buster Keaton sets there with the shorts and the features right next to them. So right there is the Diamond trilogy from Arrow, and above that is the Cold War Creatures. 4 films from Sam Kasman, and they are a brilliant set. Creature with the Atom Brain, the Werewolf, Zombies of Morotai, and the Giant Claw. Brilliant set, you can get your hands on that. Give it a go. Lots of B-movie creature features. Now before I started trading with a fellow YouTuber, I actually bought this film on eBay when I first started collecting. £120 that one cost me. Cool runnings. I believe that is the most expensive single film I have bought to date. I would never pay that much for a film again. Okay, going up, we're heading towards the top of the bookcase and my Christmas collection. I do like A Christmas Carol, my favourite story of all time, and I love the films. So this room has 2 windows. I'm on the first window ledge, and we have an odd pair in there. We've got John Wayne right next to Dobby. There he is from the Harry Potter franchise. There's a picture of my children when we all went to Florida. Right there is a prop from Pirates of the Caribbean. It does click back. Very hefty, very hefty pistol, that one. And then next to that is the Terminator skull. This is from Studio Canal itself. You can take the lid off. I used to keep dog treats in there, but now I've got screws and sawdust from when I make the bookcases. A couple of tablets there on the side charging. Put out, I've got a radiator cover there. This room does get nice and warm. And then next to that is the TV bookcase. What I'll do is I'll get a little bit closer and I'll go through shelf by shelf, give you a little look, see what's on there. At the top, Avatar starts it all off, and goes that you got the American Horror Story, the A-Team, Arrow, Black Cells, The Boys. I'm missing a few out, obviously. Blind Spot. Go down there, we got the Cobra Kai, Discovery of Witches, The Crown, the Batwoman, Big Bang Theory, Breaking Bad. Fantastic show, that is Breaking Bad. Downton Abbey. Don't knock it unless you've tried it. It's a good show. Then going on, we've got some Doctor Who. Now these, I did have the special editions, but I've changed them out for these. But they seem to have stopped putting these ones out for some reason. Dexter on the end, great. And I love the latest season as well. New Blood. And then Friends, got to have Friends in your collection. And then Flash, up to date with those so far. Fringe, Town Called Eureka, the Da Vinci Demons on the end there, Game of Thrones, the 8 series box set, Gotham, House of Cards, The Incredible Hulk. That's the House box set. That is a fantastic show, House. And as I say, I don't have a mobile phone. I do keep a lot of notes and write a lot of stuff down. Old school is what it is. Underneath there, Luther, one of the best shows ever. Lost, thoroughly immersed in that show. Knight Rider, Kingdom, Hawaii Five-0, Homeland, Heroes. Underneath there, got The Legend of Korra, which I bought recently. Magnum P.I., the original Tom Selleck, the best. Mad Men. Saying that, I haven't seen the new Magnum P.I., so I can't really judge. Newsroom, Quantum Leap, what a show that was. Underneath there, Sherlock Sliders, Red Dwarf, Person of Interest. I'm missing Red Dwarf season 12, I think. That's the only one now. Peaky Blinders, up to date with that one. Primeval as well. Underneath there is 101 films of certain genres that you should watch. And then we got Clone Wars, Sons of Anarchy. Story of Film is an absolutely fantastic watch. Supergirl there on the end. And then we go down, we got Umbrella Academy, Terminator, Timeless, The 12 Monkeys, Torchwood, Discovery Seasons 1, 2, 3, and Supernatural, missing a couple of those, and then the $6 Million Man. And on the bottom, Van Helsing, and Victoria, The Wire, Wonder Woman, Westworld, Winona Earp, and Warehouse 13, Yellowstone, and at the end, The X-Files, which I've customized to take all the seasons, not just 1 to 9. Now there's a bookcase just full of blank cases, and we're on the second window, and there obviously in the corner is Frankenstein coming to get you. I bought him from a market stall not far from where I live, and very nice addition it is too. I think it cost me about £12 to £15, I can't remember. Metronome next to that, and then we got the 3 figures from The Wizard of Oz. Got the Tin Man, the Cowardly Lion, and Scarecrow. And behind that, got a picture of my children taken in 2011 in Florida. So as I move the camera back, you might see some red and black dice over in the corner there, and they are for choosing films off a shelf. It says like 4 across, 9 down, that kind of thing, and it has genres as well. Anyway, shelf above the window is mainly documentaries. You've got some Attenborough in there, some documentaries about areas in America as well. Got some steelbooks on the end from subscribers, and then Leonard Maltin's movie guides. The guy is brilliant. So on this bookcase now next to television is, well, it's an eclectic assortment. I've got some Marvel figures here, oversized Marvel figures, that's Groot, and then underneath there I've got some films that need to be catalogued. Got the After Dark box set from Viavision they sent me to review. Got some films from Indicator as well, and underneath there's some fossils that I got from the Jurassic Coast. There's a butterbeer glass with a load of pens in it. Right under it is Flanimals. This is signed by Ricky Gervais. Won this in a competition from Adam. Thank you, Adam. There it is on the shelf as promised. Underneath that, we got a bullet there from League of Extraordinary Gentlemen for my son, and a Hot Wheels Enterprise as well. Keyboard there, a lot of remote controls, and underneath there, Harry Potter wand. And a VHS of Pretty Woman down there on the bottom. Yeah, I don't know why either, but here we go, up to the shelf above the TV. So the bookcase above the TV is primarily for the HMV Premium Collection, but I've got a few things going on there. We've got the Adventures of Tintin, the complete adventures with 2 figures. Got Tom and Jerry, the Golden Collection Volume 1 with the figure of them in a tuna tin. got the Scarecrow there sent to me by Kaz. There's a little brass plaque saying it's the premium collection right here on this bookcase. There's a little nipper there holding back all the Blu-rays from HMV, the premium collection. Love this collection. So there are currently 153 titles available in the HMV premium line. Whether they'll make any more, I don't know. Now above nipper is a Blu-ray library sign that my wife made for me, and above that is the on-air sign, which I need to wire in. It does work, it does switch on, it looks nice when it's on, so I need to put the effort in. So on the shelf under the TV in the corner is a commemorative mouse from HMV from 1921 to 2021. Next to that is a candle that smells just like a library, apparently. If I get my sense of smell back, I'll let you know. Above the speaker, underneath the TV, 2 Lego figures, Miss Piggy and Kermit. This is a knife prop from the film The Dark Knight. Must get that in a frame. And then put that back nice and softly. Now over in the corner behind Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2 is the figure of number 1 from the film 9, voiced by Christopher Plummer. He's hiding in the corner, as he should be, because he's one of those characters. There is the complete Disney Classics range, starting with Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs at number 1 and making their way all up to number 59 with Encanto, and each and every one is an official Blu-ray release. Okay, so under the classics is the Disney Pixars and shorts. Now you can see probably 95% of those are in 3D. Now underneath on the bottom run is the Studio Ghibli collection 1 to 22. There are a couple of add-ons as well. You've got the Red Turtle and the Earwig and the Witch, but I've seen all of these films and they are brilliant films. Don't write them off, they are fantastic movies, rival Disney any day. And after that I've got some anime films, not a great deal, but no TV shows, just films. Okay, so just in front of the anime section now is a prop of a cannonball used in the movie Sahara from 2005. This was a gift from my wife. And above that are some film reels that I found in the street, and I thought I'd take them home, use them as a prop in the room, or maybe as a stand, you never know. And coming around now, we're almost at the end. There's the tripod and Darth Vader helmet. Okay, so this is a chest that's between the cinema seats and the TV, and on there we have the Planet of the Apes Caesar bust. Love that. In the middle is an old projector that doesn't work. I think that's on the 40s, I think. And on the end is the Terminator Salvation skull. And I bought that at Comic-Con maybe a few months ago. So going back, looking at Caesar, the detail in that Caesar bust is phenomenal. Absolutely adore that as the pride of my collection. Almost forgot to show you the BFI companion down there to the Western. That's a brilliant read, as is Of Mice and Magic from Leonard Maltin. Good books. Okay, I think I've covered everything in the room. Now, if you're familiar with my videos, you'll probably recognize this angle. This is where I usually do the conclusion to my videos. I'll put the camera on a tripod there and just talk about what I've picked up at the end of each video. I will probably leave it here because my voice is starting to strain, and I will do a little bit of filming from each angle so you can see it. And if I think of anything to say, I'll pipe in. If not, thank you very much for watching. Take care. Don't forget to leave a comment and give it a thumbs up as well. I'll leave a couple of photographs at the end of that I took during the construction of this library. Don't expect much because I kind of forget to do things like that, but I'll put a few in at the end.